With new technology, you can always know when someone is coming at your door. But some law enforcement say people are jumping the gun and too quickly reporting people on their porch. While most people here we spoke to were Trump supporters, people here say that regardless of political party, everybody here can learn something from a visit from the president. Here at Gigi's Playhouse, Sanis is one of the volunteers that provides many different resources to help people with Down syndrome feel like they're at home. The NSU Bison football team's annual spring game didn't just serve as a normal practice, but as a refresher course for both veterans and rookies alike.
Hello everyone, I'm Alexis Kennedy alongside Tanner Robinson. Happy holidays and welcome to Dragons Live. We've got a jam-packed show for you tonight as we send you into the winter break.
We'll show you how a men's basketball player is using faith as a motivator, how a women's basketball player is helping out in the community, and we'll take a look at some Dragon holiday traditions. Back when both schools were in the NAIA, MSUM and Concordia College were bitter rivals. Now, they've established a budding partnership with each other. This year, their relationship and competition are still firmly intertwined.
Thanks, Jackie. We appreciate how well you represent the red and white in our community. Guys?
You know, Jake, it's always fun to see her on the court, but it's always great to see when an athlete goes above and beyond.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. It's not unusual for some players on all kinds of sports teams to have their own beliefs. And the Dragons men's basketball team is no different.
You're certainly right about that, Lex. I caught up with men's basketball senior forward Addison Park to see how he brings his faith into his game. Thank you for joining us here on Dragons Live. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we also hope you have a safe and joyful holiday season with your family and friends. Welcome back to Dragons Live. The Dragon men's basketball team had a rough time adjusting to a young roster last season, but they now enter this year with a clean slate. I caught up with head coach Chad Walthall and asked him how he plans to bounce back.
Are you good at Jenga? I don't know if I'm very good.
MSUM basketball standout Drew Sanis volunteers at Gigi's Playhouse once every month. She uses games like Jenga to get the creative juices of kids like John and Lucas flowing.
What's your favorite animal? John is your favorite animal?
Yes.
John and Lucas both have Down syndrome, a disorder Sanis has a strong connection to.
I grew up with a guy who had Down syndrome and we were really close growing up, so I think that just that sparked my interest and kind of made me passionate about people with Down syndrome.
Here at Gigi's Playhouse, Sanis is one of the volunteers that provides many different resources to help people with Down syndrome feel like they're at home. Pizza, air hockey,
Oh, nice shot.
and karaoke are just a few things that provide an escape for Sanis and the patrons of the Playhouse.
It's nice to just come here and kind of let everything go and have a good time. Lucas, you want to come grab some pizza?
Although she is leading an event for the first time since she started last August, she has already gained the approval of parents.
She's good. She's very good. She's been here many of the times when we've been here, so she's pretty regular at it.
Sanis says she loves the flexibility the volunteering experience provides, and she can't argue with the results.
Getting to hang out with them and see them have a good time and know that what you're doing is making an impact, I would say that's definitely rewarding.
Sanis wants to get more involved in the community in the future, but until then, she says she will help kids like John and Lucas express themselves within the Playhouse. With photographer Jared Eischen, Tanner Robinson, Campus News. Some residents of the Riverview Estates Trailer Park in Holly were woken up late last night by flashing police lights and sirens. One resident says she wasn't concerned about it at first, but then started to get worried as more police showed up.
They said that it was just a medical emergency, but that's all they told us. Like, they didn't tell us anything else. But all the firefighters and the cops and the life flight and stuff, we knew something else was going on.
Another person living in the park, Casey Swenson, says she was terrified when she saw the lights outside her window.
It was scary. I mean, I've got 2 kids at home and it's so close to home. I mean, wouldn't think that would happen in our small town, but apparently it does.
Holly Police Chief Joe Backlund says the incident was isolated to one trailer, and there shouldn't be a concern for the whole park. But people living close to where the attack happened are starting to lose trust with the rest of the trailer park residents.
I have to lock my cars at night. I have to lock my doors at night because you never know what's going to happen here.
For Swenson, she's lived in the area for the past 9 years, and she says she is growing tired of all the crime happening in the trailer park.
I mean, we got drugs in one place, fighting in another, now a stabbing, and it's getting to be too much.
Residents say the Riverview Estates community is a good one to be a part of, but they might be pushed to move away from it in the near future. In Hawley, Tanner Robinson, Valley News Live. Inside the Betty Engelstead Sioux Center, the University of North Dakota women's basketball team is working hard to prepare for another Big Sky Conference game. One of the players on the court is newcomer Faith Dooley, whose name may sound familiar to UND sports fans. She spent the first 4 years of her athletic career playing volleyball, and some of the skills she learned there have transferred over to basketball.
I would definitely say like my rebounding, just being able to jump and out-jump a lot of people, that's huge because I've trained to jump for 4 years.
Despite having experience in another sport, Dooley says she feels like she is starting over. However, she is receiving help from experienced members of the team and giving help back.
It's kind of like I'm double dipping, kind of being an old person and young at the same time. So I guess it's kind of unique.
Although she hasn't seen an expanded role on the team yet, head coach Travis Brewster says he is enjoying Dooley's presence in the locker room.
She's always working hard, she's always positive, and she's always trying to persevere, even though it's not going the best for her. So it's really nice to have her on the team in that aspect.
Dooley says it's been both a mental and physical challenge to play in 2 different sports. But she is determined to show fans, coaches, and teammates she can be good in transition. Tanner Robinson, Campus News Sports.